People deluded, I'm back again. Thank you very much for tuning back in, my lovely subscribers and viewers and all of them things. I know I've more or less spoken about it before when we officially played 10 games in all competitions or so, but we might as well again speak about Unai Emery or how he's set the team setting up, or just how the team is performing officially 10 Premier League games into it. So yeah, we might as well just crack on, people. To paint a bit of a picture, I've got in front of me, we've played 10 official games, like I've said, 7 victories, 2 losses against the 2 previous champions, 13 goals, which is extremely concerning to a degree, 2 clean sheets, which doesn't fill me with any happiness, and 24 goals, which I'm extremely gassed about. So yeah, where do we start with this? Now, depending on how you look at it, there's a lot to be happy about and a lot to be concerned about. What I'm happy about, first and foremost, Unai Emery as a man, he's someone that really wants to make a success of this as he would. He clearly knows that if he does well, he'll be given a license to build the team, and although we'll have to work with financial constrictions, we'll have the chance to build his identity around it. We know he's like Lacazette and Ozil. Of course, they're always going to say it, but like Lacazette, Ozil, Xhaka, all of these players are speaking about. They speak about the Spanish tenacity that he plays with, that he comes with, the detail, how detail orientated he is, how much he's improving them tactically and things like that. And when I hear a man lives only, again, I'm not at the training ground, I don't know, but he only lives 15 minutes away from the ground. He shuts the lights off himself when he leaves, not of the whole training ground, but his office, I assume. This shows you a meticulous planner. He's got them doing double sessions. He's got even little things you hear about, like Wenger would typically do a training session before we flew away for Europa League. We obviously clearly do training before that, but we also train on the pitches, and also we've been training on the Emirates pitch. Just little things like that. And obviously, shout out to his backroom staff and the people we don't necessarily see what they're doing, innit? Again, onto the field, I like the tactics. He's not afraid to change things, whether we're winning, losing or drawing. You've seen us play the diamond formation, a variation of 4-4-2, a traditional 4-4-2. Depending on how you look at it, you've also seen a 4-2-3-1, a 4-4-3, traditional 4-4-2. We tried 3 at the back, so he's someone that will experiment whether we're winning, losing or drawing, or how he wants to start games. I like the unpredictable approach. I like how, while he's got love for Ramsey, Ozil and all of these people, he not on this Wenger stuff in where he concedes what I've been talking about in all my vids, in that different games require different personnel. There'll be games where there'll be a lot of space in behind, where we might need Ramsey to stretch them. There'll be games where we need to be a bit patient, eye of the needle, so Ozil will play. There'll be games where we just need tenacity on the flank, so we might go, even though he's not a winger, but with Welbs together with our 2 main strikers, or a game where we can afford to be a bit more pretty on the ball. So you might force Ozil, Mkhitaryan, Ramsey, Iwobi, everybody into one side. I like that sort of stuff which he's doing, innit, because it makes us unpredictable. Obviously, home or away, it's not hard to improve our away form because we were woeful, but it's nice to see that we look as much of a threat offensively. Defensively, we're still woeful, but offensively, we're looking dangerous, whether we're at home or away. So he's doing a lot good, man. He's just ultimately, he's put fight. For me, away from fight for the shirt, fight for the club, and clearly the players are doing that, and that's what I love. But the players are fighting for themselves now. I didn't see a lot of that for the last 2 seasons. It looks like, because think about it, people, if a man or woman won't fight for themselves, why would they fight for a club or another cause? It looks like there's fire back in everyone's belly. It's only November. Well, it's going to turn November in a couple of days, so it's still October, so we can't draw too many conclusions, but you get the point. There's a lot for me to be happy about. 7 wins. We're getting, whether we've had the rub of the green, ref decisions, rolled our luck, or just played well. We've got 7 wins. We've put a good run of form together. 12 games, 11 wins, 1 draw, which we should have patterned up. But last year we definitely wouldn't have had a run like that, because some of the games we won, we could have messed up and walked away with dropping 2 points, or which we've seen many a times at Arsenal, where we've actually dropped all points. So yeah, I'm excited. What I'm not too happy about is obviously first and foremost 2 clean sheets. That's not good enough. Like that really is not good enough. And I'm asking a bit. I'm not saying it, I know it's a slow process, and we've had injuries and things like that, and people just haven't been playing well at times. I'm being a bit more harsh on Unai Emery with the defensive stuff now. I'm seeing us. We look a bit more bitty. We're chomping at ankles a bit more. We're surrounding opposition when we're winning it. But I still think these players could improve in terms of stuff like just making a tactical... We're doing it, but just making a tactical foul to disrupt the rhythm of a team. recognizing that, okay, oh, my teammates press, let me press with them. So we still need, there's still, mainly defensively is where I can see improvements. At times, of course, there's many games where we should have kept a clean sheet. We need to get clean sheets. Defense wins titles. We're a long way away from winning any major title, but defense wins titles, attackers win games. I believe that is very true. Like I said, we've got 2 clean sheets. I'm pretty sure the other clubs might have a bit more reputable ones. We've conceded from 9 games, we've conceded 13 goals, which is extremely concerning, because for as good as we are on the offensive point, I do think we've obviously conceded too many goals, but we present too many chances to the opposition. I mean, even if you just look at Crystal Palace, I told you in my preview, they're having an issue scoring and creating chances. And in fact, just on the topic of scoring, they have an issue scoring and taking shots and scoring all season, much less. It's even if you look at the stats prior to Arsenal, it's even worsened, if that's even a word, when you consider their stats at Selhurst Park. So for a team that doesn't really create a chance once every 85 minutes, I'm sure the stats was before this, team that's failing to score and things like that, they managed. We allowed them to we ultimately gave them 16 shots. They managed 16 shots at our goal over that 90 minutes. That's their second highest in any Premier League game. And this is the sort of stuff when I tell you a lot of these stats don't matter when a team plays Arsenal, because they would have known all of this and fancied it against us. We ultimately conceded 2 goals as well. In fact, for the whole season, we've had 141 shots at our goal. Errors leading to goals, we've got 8. Leading to shots at goal, we've got 8. Obviously, a lot of that was with teething issues with initial days playing out from the back. But how many reviews have I sat here this season and said, not to name drop anyone, but we've seen midfielders, defenders make some calamitous mistakes. Mistakes happen. If you make once in a blue moon, mistakes happen in it, and there hasn't been too many calamitous mistakes this year. But mistakes happen. Mistakes made more than once is a choice. So I don't want to see a lot of it happening again, and it's probably what's going to shoot us in the foot. Top 4 was when it was top 4, you could get away with a lot of things. It's now the top 6, so the margin for error is extremely small. Whether that would be on goal difference, on points, on even if it's possible head-to-heads, if they even do that. You see what I'm saying. Also, when it comes to most joint errors leading to shots, we're level with relegation threatened Fulham. Aside that, for the last, I'm so sure I saw a mad stat, like every game this season they've played a different back 4. We have a more or less stable back 4, and we're amongst the companies of like that. And I'm so sure when it comes to conceding and things like that, our partners in crime there are Brighton and Fulham. So these are not clubs that you want to be associated with. No disrespect to Brighton, because Houghton's doing his thing, but Fulham look like they might go down. I actually want Fulham to stay, just because I only like Arsenal, but you get the point, innit, people? So yeah, like, it's frustrating when teams like Palace are having issues and we're the team that allows them to put certain things right of sorts. So yeah, defensively we can be a bit better, but the main thing, I like our fight because we're getting 3 points. But you look at specifically the games against Palace, Sporting Lisbon, Watford, Everton and Cardiff. Obviously this weren't all this month. These are games where we could have dropped points. You can clearly see I'm extremely positive, and I'm being balanced in my opinions, but I only want the best for Arsenal, so I'll only say the truth. If I believe every reason for the sun to be shining is, I believe, my honest opinion is that we're playing very well. We're playing extremely good, and we need to keep it up. But I do think these victories, or not dropping points, are papering over cracks, purely because the logical, I don't want us to lose to learn anything, but they say you learn more in defeat than you do in victory. We learn a lot against Manchester City and Chelsea and things. The last couple of games where we've been winning or not dropping points, people are like, yeah, we can improve in this and that, but we're getting the results. If I'm honest as well, it's to be expected, because we ain't been on a run in a while like this. But this run, I see a bit of complacency creeping into our game of sorts. So yeah. On the topic of Unai Emery as well, man, like I said, to score 24 goals puts us up there with some of the highest in the Premier League. That's a fantastic output from us. I like our form. I like our belief. I actually like how we're a threat from set pieces. I like the set piece routines I'm seeing a lot this season, and I've said that in a couple of vids. I'm liking our desire, like I've said. Excluding the Crystal Palace subs, Unai Emery's subs have made the difference. So I'm liking what Unai Emery is doing. There's a lot to be positive about. But like I said, defence wins titles. So we kind of need to improve in that aspect. Obviously, we've been a bit unlucky with a couple of injuries and things like that from a couple of positions and things. And I still think we have issues clearing our lines. We have issues moving out together as a back 4 or 5, however you want to look at it. I still think we have problems dealing with runners. You've seen even Bellerin at times tuck in a bit too much. Not to name drop, he's just the first one in my head because I can remember his example. We can do a lot more defensively. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen overnight. The signs are promising. It's down to us to keep going and things like that. I'm 70% happy, people. 70. You know what? 80%. I'm 80% happy. The rest, I was about to say 12, I can't count there. The other 20% is just the perfectionist in me, the man that wants better. And the reason why you watch Deluded, because whether I want to admit it or not, my body or my mind doesn't allow me to see things for what they're not. So I'm 80%. In fact, let me gas it. I'm 90% gas that we're doing this thing. Other 10%, we need to pattern. Now our next 5 games, I believe, are quite difficult. We've got Spurs at home, United away, Bournemouth away, Liverpool the first game of that, and I believe we've got Wolves at home, sandwiched in between Bournemouth and Liverpool. 5 games that can potentially be decisive. 5 games. If you fail to get a decent amount of points from them 5 games, the prior winning run or run in general means nothing. Because again, we're only in October, turning November. It matters. What matters is what the stats say in May. That's all that matters. And to do that, we need to fight and we need to improve a bit defensively. Because when you look at for instance, where is it? Where is that stat? For instance, 13 goals conceded. Spurs have only conceded 7, and City and Liverpool between them have conceded less than 5. One's conceded 3, the other's conceded 4. Obviously, City are yet to play Spurs, so that could change, but you get the point, people. Liverpool have actually improved in terms of passing, set pieces, and clean sheets so far for me. In their approach to trying to keep clean sheets for me, and I don't think they've actually been great in that. But you see the point in it. We've got to look at people who were around to try and better them. And you can see the top 6. There's a minimum margin for error. It looks like in regards to what it will say in May. So yeah, even United. If United win their next game and we draw it, and we draw ours or lose ours, or in fact lose, they're 2 points off us. So no conclusions can be drawn, people. But this is just my opinion, having finally seen 10 Premier League games, and the scrutiny needs to go a bit up in my level of Unai Emery. Fair criticism is what I'm advocating, people. But yeah, DG, man, get in the comments, subscribe. My socials are in the description. Deluded Guna 04 on everything apart from Snap. Snap is DGuna 04. Thank you very much, people. DG, God bless, stay safe. I'm out.